In this video, we're going to be talking all about crushing elbows, and I want to share with you 3 reasons why you need to get good at elbows in the world of self-defense. And I'm also going to include some training. Stick around. I could give you 3 reasons right off the bat, such as elbows are effective, elbows hurt, and elbows knock out. But the necessity for elbows runs deeper than that in the world of self-defense. And we want to think about this from a street perspective, because I think most of us who have studied martial arts, or at least been around it, knows that the martial art that I believe has mastered elbows the best is Muay Thai. But we're not going to be talking about the ring, we're going to be talking about the streets. Let's think about it like this. If elbows are as effective as they are in the ring, where you've got trained fighters going against one another, how much more will they be effective out here on the streets if you know how to execute them properly? The first reason you need to get good at elbows is because they translate well to real world conflict, where there's scuffle, where there's a lot of clashing, where there's a lot of unexpected things happening. You know, the real world is ugly. The fight can go in any direction, but so often it ends up being a clash, and you're already in close quarters. You're already close enough to hit someone with elbows in those situations. It's not so easy to just walk up to someone, grab them, and drop an elbow on them. I mean, it happens, but it's typically not that easy. But it's a lot easier when you're in tight, you're already scuffling, you're already close to each other, and you're already in that position. The second reason that elbows are so important is because it is one of the hardest parts of your body, and you run a lot less risk of injury hitting someone with an elbow as opposed to your hand. Number 3, elbows often supersede a person's pain threshold. I've seen people eat lots of punches. You know, punches are one of those things, if you land one on the button, you can take someone out, but so often people eat punches. It's very hard for people to sit and eat elbows. But when it comes to technique, there's a right and a wrong way. No elbow is going to feel good, but if you throw elbows the right way, they really hurt. They're devastating. So at this time, we're going to transfer into the tutorial part of this video. I hope you'll stick around, because I want to show you all the many different angles and ways you can strike with an elbow. Let's talk elbows. I think a lot of people instinctively know the power of elbows, but they don't know how to throw them. I think a lot of people understand this motion, even though they're not getting the full range that they could get. I think a lot of people sometimes wing it this way. A lot of the people I've trained throughout my life are very tempted to do the whole wing it thing. But what I want to show you is, with Muay Thai, the hands are up and the hand tucks under the arm. Once you learn this, you've learned so much there is about elbows. And you notice here, I've got this protection here, and the exchange is the same. Here, here, I'm protected, but also too, look at my hand under the arm. It gives a more extended elbow, more extended attack. I'm not just making a connection, I'm cutting through. The elbow is a lot like a spur. This is the sweet spot. This is the hard part. A lot of times you can catch, and the end will cut. And although it still doesn't feel good, you're not coming across like this. You are cutting in, just like that. That's the end that you're striking with. You're coming through, and you just practice here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And you see the position. I'm following all the way through. Let's look at it in real time. Now, don't forget, there's multiple angles with an elbow. You can come upward, you can come here, you can come down diagonal, you can come underneath. There's all kinds of angles. As long as you're getting the full range of motion and weaponizing this part, you're going to do good. Whether it's coming under here, whether it's coming behind the jaw, that's especially devastating. Whether it's coming down here with your hand behind the head, you're weaponizing that part of the arm, but you're coming through with that elbow. So elbows can come from many different angles. But the elbow can also be used as a stabbing weapon on the inside as well. So in real time, when you're in that war and the punches are flying and you're going back here, set yourself up, bang. Now there's also spinning elbows, but with any spinning exercise, it's the same. You got to see your target first. You're not just spinning around blindly. hoping to hit something. If you're gonna do a spinning kick, you're gonna turn and see your target. Boom. It's the same with an elbow. A lot of times people turn and see their targets, bang. In one situation, turning here, bang, driving that spinning elbow. Or you can spin this way, bang. Either way, as you're spinning, you're seeing your target. It's the same with the hammer fist. I see my target and I'm blasting my target because I first saw him. But with any spinning attack, a lot of times it's boom, you're back in play. There are also elbows that come underneath. These have to be well timed, but they work, but they can come boom, right up the middle. Elbows are essential because in a real life physical conflict, there's a lot of clinching, there's a lot of up closeness, and the ability to smash with those elbows is so essential. They're powerful and they hurt. I made this training device a while back for hitting small targets in small focus areas, but you can also use this as something to strike with. It's a very small designated area, but it just gives you something to strike against to develop that focus. That's just a hard piece of foam on a piece of wood and nailed to this tree. Elbows hurt, my friend, and they are quite the equalizer in close quarters. When you get caught with an elbow, it doesn't feel good. And in many cases, it will give you the opportunity to inflict enough pain to get out of there. Thanks for watching. Take care.